So hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. Now today I'm going to show you the new Farsports Revo wheel set. Now I've been buying Farsports stuff to build my own wheels for about the last 10 years really, and most of the time I've just been buying rims and spokes off them and then making my own wheel sets for myself and friends and stuff. But today I'm going to show you one of their fully built custom wheel sets. Now just to avoid any doubt, and this also has confused me in the past, Farsports actually have two websites. So they've got farsports.com, which is for their all proprietary wheel set. So that's the Farsports hubs, carbon spokes, and their own rims. Now I've got a video of the Farsports Ventoux, and that's kind of their proprietary wheel set. That would be sold on farsports.com. Now they're what they call customizable wheel sets, where you can configure the rims, spokes, and hub choice. That's wheelsfar.com. It's the same people, it's the same company, but proprietary stuff is all on farsports.com. And customizable wheel sets like this, where you can choose hubs, choose extra light, Chris King, DT Swiss, stuff like that, choose the spokes, choose the lacing, that's all on wheelsfar.com. Like I said, I've been buying Farsports rims for nearly 10 years now, so I've got a good feel for the quality of them. I've got a good feel for how their rim profile and shape has kind of evolved over that time period. And I would say they've been fairly conservative at changing their molds and changing their rim profiles. But this one is interesting because it is noticeably wider and slightly more U-shaped than what I normally get from Farsports. So this is a 20mm internally. I think it even maybe is slightly bigger than 20mm. About 28, they quote 27, but I measured about 28 widest at the outside and 56mm deep. Now, they say on these wheels they've kind of automated the layup of the rim, which is responsible for the kind of nice butterfly filament wound effect, and they're claiming that just increases the consistency of the layup, reduces a bit of weight because they can really work on not so many overlaps of the carbon swatches. And yeah, the weight of these is claimed at 1,440 grams, which for a 56mm deep, 27mm wide rim is actually really, really impressive. Now the good thing about the Revo rims is that they've, not only can you choose or customize the depth when you go onto their configurator, each depth actually has a slightly different internal width as well, which is quite interesting. So you can have a 56mm deep rim like this one with a 20mm internal, or you can actually have a slightly shallower rim with a wider internal profile if you want that. And that's more akin to maybe, godforsaken word, the gravel bike, or we're even getting now bikes called all road bikes. We've got slightly wider tyres, but they're still road bikes. Don't really understand how that works, but yeah, that seems to be a new trend. Something's been invented by the bike industry. So yeah, the good thing about this is not only can you customize the depth like you used to be able to, many of the different depths now have customized or specific internal widths to suit that depth as well. So they've really gone to town in designing a lot of new profiles. Now for this wheel set I went with pretty much my favorite hub is a DT240 and Sapim CX Ray spokes. I've not used anything else than Sapim CX Ray spokes for about the last 10 years. They're just, in my eyes, the best. The fatigue life is the highest pretty much of any spoke out there. They're light and they're just reliable. They're not the stiffest because they have quite a thin section, but the fatigue life's really good. And replacing broken spokes is just not what I want to do. And considering I'm like 90 kilos with kit on, I've never really broken many Sapim CX Ray spokes, so they are my spoke of choice. So DT240, Sapim CX Rays, you really can't go wrong. And then all Farsports have to do then is lace it to a nice rim and true it well. Now Farsports wheels, they're fully built wheel sets, are some of the truest I've ever seen. I don't know how they do it that good. I could not do that by hand. I don't know if they do it by machine, but they remain true. I've been riding these for a few months now, and out of the box they were dead true as well. Now one thing to note about the DT240s, like I said, they are my favourite hub, but this is the first time I've really tried the kind of straight pull new ratchet system with a straight pull body. Normally I buy the kind of J-bend, the older style bodies. So what do I think of these wheels in total then? Well, it's a really nice depth, 56mm. I tend to go for deeper wheels if I can, because I think the aero benefits do outweigh the lightweight side. I don't really ride shallow rims anymore. I'm pretty comfortable in any crosswinds I might get. I've been used to deep wheels for so long, and because I'm quite heavy, the body's got a lot of inertia to move around in a crosswind, so I tend to go for the deeper wheel if I can. And I do prefer the slightly wider internal width of these compared to the old Farsports stuff. Now, my older Farsports rims I think are 18 or 19 internal, and these are more like 20, so slightly plumper. For reference, these are 25mm Michelin Power tyres. I don't actually rate these tyres. I'll mention those in a minute, but I'm going to go back to Conti's pretty soon. I'm just trying these out to try something different. It's like one of those things, isn't it? You go to your favourite restaurant, you think, oh, I'll try something different tonight, and then you end up regretting it. It's just like, why would I do that? Why don't I just go with what I know works? Yeah, these don't seem to last that long, these Michelins. They're really, really hard to get on, and they are cracking already very prematurely. It's worse on the other side, I'll show you in a minute, but the cracks are starting to emanate from these tread features, which looks like little stress razors, and they're perishing. I've not ridden them in hot conditions. Ridden them between kind of like 10 degrees and 20 degrees, so normal ambient conditions, but the sidewalls are starting to perish and the tread is cracking at these kind of features on the tread pattern here. So I definitely don't rate those tyres. They're exceptionally hard to get on as well, and they're not even tubeless, so I don't know why they made them so tight. But wheels, can't fault them. I think they retail for $12.99 USD with this hub set, and obviously on wheelsfire.com, like I said, it's their Farsports normal stuff. You can choose the hub set, you can choose the rim depth. I think they offer these with Extra Light, Tune, Chris King and DT240s, and I think DT180s as well if you want something a little bit more exotic than the 240s. Personally, I think the 240s are great. I do have a discount code if you want to use it. I'll put that in the description below because I do really rate these wheels, and I think the Western brands need to take note of this stuff, because I think the last piece of the puzzle for the Chinese wheel brands was the branding and marketing side, and the Western brands always had the edge there. So you know, Farsports is an OEM for other brands, but they're always lacking a little bit in the branding and marketing. But they're really starting to develop that now. You know, I won't mention the names, but those other big two wheel brands like Bicycle and Windspace are exemplary. They've really developed the branding and marketing side. They can do the production. It is their production, and I think Farsports is going that way as well. So really impressive stuff. I think the price is actually really good considering you're getting CX Ray spokes and, you know, a top-end hub set, the DT240s. And yeah, I just can't fault the wheels. Now, I mentioned about trueness at the start. When you've got a deep section carbon wheel, the vertical second moment of area, or the section stiffness, is exceedingly high. So when you take your carbon rim out of the mould, you need that to be really, really round at the outset, because it's very hard to radially true a wheel that is egg-shaped or oval, because the carbon rims are so stiff. And the sign of a really good carbon rim is as soon as you demold it and there's no spokes attached, that it's round, it's not egg-shaped. If you've got an egg-shaped deep section rim, no matter how many kilograms of tension you'll put on them little spokes, it's very hard to radially true it. So these are bang on. You know, side to side true is much easier to achieve with spoke tension, but radial true, these are very, very good. And yeah, I rate them very highly. So there'll be a much longer term review of these after I've ridden them for a few more months. I've only had them a couple of months. So I hope you enjoyed that. Cheers, and I'll see you in the next one. Any questions down below? Cheers.